Thanks for joining us on NTTV Nightly News. I'm Ashley Gaston.
And I'm Grant Beckwith. We begin tonight with a family tragedy that has left 2 children dead, a father in critical condition, and authorities wondering what could have possibly gone wrong. Irving police suspect Hector Rolando Medina of shooting his 2 young children late last night. His 8-month-old daughter died last night. His 3-year-old son died today at Children's Medical Center. Medina remains hospitalized with self-inflicted gunshot wounds. Police say if he survives, he will face capital murder charges. Investigators don't yet know the motive, but they say the couple was having marital problems. The mother was not home at the time of the shootings. 2 teenagers are in jail tonight, charged with teaching toddlers how to smoke pot. And now there is word that more arrests may be coming. It all happened last week in Watauga, just outside of Fort Worth. Sandra Hernandez has more about this disturbing case. Well, Ashley, I better not rely on my computer for the time this weekend, but what I can rely on is that spring seems to be on its way. It was another beautiful day in Denton today.
Wasn't it gorgeous? I hope the warm weather keeps on coming. And Vincent, are we going to have warm weather for the rest?
Back in their beds, that's where Americans can spend an extra hour of sleep this weekend when daylight saving time begins. More light outside, that's a good thing. But this weekend's time change might be a bad thing in some ways. Chris Lawrence explains.
Coming up on The Investigation expands into the Walter Reed controversy. You do not want to miss this.
And is Wall Street recovering from last week's losses? These stories and more when we return. Apologies and promises to reform conditions at Walter Reed Army Medical Center. That was the focus on Capitol Hill today as the congressional investigation into alarming conditions at the hospital continue. We get more from Reba Hollingsworth. The owners of an online steroid selling operation pleaded guilty in Albany, New York today. 11 people are now accused of selling the drugs to celebrities, professional athletes, and bodybuilders. The case has prompted a National Football League investigation into reports that a Pittsburgh Steelers doctor was among the customers. Police arrested the owners of Signature Pharmacy during a raid last week. They confiscated truckloads of drugs and other evidence. Well, they're home. Bluffton University baseball players and their families took the bodies of 2 of their teammates home to Ohio yesterday. 4 players were killed Friday when their bus crashed on an Atlanta overpass. Well-wishers met up with the team's chartered plane. The father of one of the dead players wore his son's baseball cap. 4 other players are still in the hospital. Investigators believe the bus driver mistook an exit ramp for a regular lane. The bus crashed into a barrier and flipped onto the highway below. The driver and his wife also died.
Well, let's talk about something that we can count on, that is great weather instead of up and down, you know.
Ashley, I know what you mean. It's been beautiful. Vincent, please tell us how our week is shaping up to be. That 5-day forecast looks exciting. Thank you, Vincent. Coming up, are you in the habit of using $5 words when a nickel word would do? Stay with us. We'll tell you how you could turn your vocabulary into cold hard cash.
And later, we've got the dish on movies, stars, and more in the Hollywood Minute. We'll be right back.
Broadcast journalism students are taught to keep our writing fairly short and simple. But 50 students in a major word competition in New York are going for just the opposite. Big words will win the National Vocabulary Championship. Knowing synonyms and antonyms are especially critical. A 16-year-old New Yorker is among the finalists. The winner gets $40,000. Lucrative. So Ashley, here's a possible question in the talent. What is an antonym for disrespectful?
You know, I have no idea. I bet it's some really big word, though.
Well, there's superfluous and blasphemous and reverent among one of them.
Interesting. Nice story. Well, 4 friends making a road trip together might make a hilarious movie at the box office. But I understand that the Mean Green might have been on the road for quite some time now. Grant?
Jim, can you tell us about what's going on with the basketball team this weekend?
Guys, that's all I have for sports tonight. It should be an exciting game. I look forward to watching it. I'm sure you guys will too.
Very exciting. Yeah. I do look forward to watching that. Thank you for watching us this evening on NTTV.
And join us tomorrow night right here on North Texas Television at 6 p.m. NTTV. Good night.
Good night.